Hi, I'm Cathy Bovard, Director of Operations for the Catering Division of D'Amico and Partners. D'Amico and Partners has a full-service restaurant, limited service restaurant, and catering division. Since the middle of March, we have laid off over 800 employees, and our sales are down 97.5%. To set the stage, I think it's important to note that our business cycle means that the first quarter of the year we use a lot of our reserves to sustain the business. So when we shut down in the middle of March, our cash reserves were low, and that's just our reality. We're really concerned about how the restart looks for our business with a business that runs very low margins. And we think that best case scenario is that we will be able to reopen at a 50% occupancy within our restaurants, as well as our event business, which will be have guest counts that are lower, and some of that due to requirements maybe by state mandates, but also just because of natural tendencies under the circumstances to lower the number of guests gathering. And that could be okay, except for the economics for our business make that very untenable to survival. So we need relief from a lot of different directions in order for our business to be sustained. Whether it's tax relief, rent relief, we need it from all different directions, honestly. We are not going to bounce back quickly with an occupancy being lowered that way, because all of our business models are based on full occupancy, and with a low margin of profit. With that, the 50% just doesn't work. So we'll have to look at reworking a lot of different things. But in the meantime, how do we stay viable becomes the question. So I think there's so many things that are needed, but one of the big things in our mind is the payroll protection plan money that we received is not something that we believe we can utilize the way the rules are laid out. We aren't able to open right now, so utilizing the money that we've gotten in the time frame that's required isn't really possible. Our service is guest driven, and we have no guests, so how can we pay employees to not do the jobs that they do and bring them back? It's not logical. Additionally, so if we can't bring people back, and we can't bring them back at the percentage that's required for grant or forgiveness, paying that money back within a 2-year time frame is impossible. This is not going to be something, our capacities are not going to go up quickly. We're going to see the residuals of this in 2021 as well. So the 2-year payback plan is not going to work for us. So perhaps a 10-year plan is something that would allow us to utilize that money to save our business. Additionally, the ratios and the things that are allowed as forgivable or allowed for the money to even be used on, period, need to be expanded. In the food and beverage industry, you have to buy the food and beverage, which means our vendors need to be paid prior to us delivering the goods to our guests for payment. So expanding what the money can be used for is also really important to the possibility of us being able to remain in business. Hope that you'll consider looking at things from all angles in a different light for an industry that is very driven by guests and is a service-driven industry. We'll be creative, we'll find ways, but we need help.